everybody, it's your girl Coach Brazil here, and I am back with another tutorial, hopefully a quick one, but I had to share this with you guys, so peep this out. This is going to be kind of quick. I'm going to do a better tutorial later because, of course, you know, it's got to go on YouTube, but for y'all, for my AI boss family, I just had to show this to y'all really quick. Listen. The other day, I seen one of our members, our beautiful sis, Miss Tarnese, say, oh my God, I was today old when I realized how you can make frames, right? And when she said that, I figured what she was possibly talking about is here in Canva, where there is this new, well, I don't think it's new. It's been here for a while, but they're featuring it more on Canva right now. And it's called the Frame Maker. As you guys see here, if you go, let me back out because I'm moving kind of quick. On your homepage, go down to your apps. It's going to be the first thing you see. And it's the frame maker here. So let's hit start designing. And I'm going to show you this really quick because this isn't what I'm doing this video for, but I want to show you the frame maker, which I actually like to call it the frame resizer more than the maker. So let's get into it so I can show you. I'm going to hit use new design. I'm going to use, what did I do? There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use the Instagram square because I just want to use a quick square. Okay. And I'm going to show you guys how this works. So basically the app is going to pull up here. And as you see, there's a frame in here, right? Well, you'll see that there's a bunch of frames down here. Frame size. Let's hit see all. These are all the sizes that they have in there right now. Okay. With these frames, what you can do is on this right here, you're able to actually take these little areas and resize the frames as much as you want. Okay. You can even add a new point by double clicking. You see how I added that? I double clicked it. If you double click it anywhere on the frame, you can add an extra piece to it. And I think that's really, really awesome. If you're like, okay, I don't want all those, you can go here and hit remove a point and you can delete any of the points that you don't really want on here. Okay. Let it know that you're done. If you decide you want to add another point again, you can. There you go. You see the little dots back here? This is what each one of these are connecting to. So that's how big or how wide it will make your frame. If you want to go ahead and change your column grids, you can come down here to this area and you can make them bigger, which once you click and make another one, it'll determine on how big or how stretched out that frame will be. Once you've done this and you made your frame to whatever size that you want, you can then take this same frame, scroll down, and you can add it to your design. And now you have a frame here. So I know it's called frame maker, but like I said, I look at it more as like a frame resizer because it's not really making a frame, but it is resizing it, which is kind of cool, especially for some of the other stuff I'm going to show you where you'll have the ability to make these different frames and put your art, your designs into it so that it can be cool in different ways. You know what I mean? So I do like that. It's really dope, but that's nothing compared to what I'm about to show you right now. So let me take you to this other way that you can actually make a custom frame out of anything. Again, this right here, what I did it on Frame Maker. I'm going to go to my apps and I'm going to come here and I'm going to type back in Frame Maker. And on Frame Maker, like I said, there's different frames here that you can utilize that you can go ahead and resize. You're not necessarily you are making a frame, but you're really more so redesigning or resizing these frames that are already implemented into this app for you to utilize. And that's really cool. That's awesome. But like I said, I want to show you guys how you can make frames out of any image or element that you have or want to play with. So let's get right into it. So over here, I got a completely blank canvas, right? And what I was doing the other day is I was playing around with some stuff and I was like, you know what? I want to go ahead and see if I can just get a picture inside of a picture. And so I looked some things up and I ran into something where I discovered that it's plausible. And I was able to take these lips right here and make them into an SVG so that I can turn around and turn it into a frame and put anything inside of them. See, these lips right here are now a frame with a different picture. Let me show you. I'm going to go ahead and just detach that image. And now you see that this is a frame out of those lips. And this picture will go right into them. And let me show you how I did this. So You can do this with any image that you already have, or you can go over into lovely Canva's Life and you can play with the different frame, the different stuff that they have in here. So let's say you want to do something with a splat, right? So you can go to their splats and you can get really creative with it. You can take their splats in here and you can make different frame looks and sizes, which is really perfect, especially when we go over creating our own websites and stuff like that. If you see this video after we've done the class on creating your own website, trust me, you'll love what you can do with these frames, and you might want to just check out that class. But again, you could go ahead and do something like this if you wanted to make splats into a frame. I'm going to see what it will look like if I did like... let me see. What all do I want to do here? It's so many selections. Sometimes I could be sitting up here for hours trying to figure out exactly what I want to use. But you can go ahead and make different type of splats on here. And I would have to sit and play with this for a minute, y'all. I'm not even going to lie to you. I would have to sit and play with a minute to decide, because I would want to make a really dope splat. Or maybe I just use one of the splats and I come here instead and I use something like... let's see, I'm gonna say a rose. See what I get for a rose. Got a lot of different things for a rose. Nope, let me not say rose. Told you guys I could be in here forever doing this. Let me just say a heart. Let me see all. And here's my splat. Take a heart. Splat a tat. Yeah, I'm gonna do, do a heart here. I'm gonna go in here, play with this, throw my splat on it, because maybe I want the heart to be like this, but I don't want the splat facing that way. I kind of want to turn it. Yeah. Let me turn it a little bit more. Boom. Okay, you see that? So I can make this cute little heart with my little splat. I think I want to make my splat stretch out a little bit more. Just a little bit more. So I got my cute little heart here that I made with a splat, right? So that's the image that I want. I don't have to worry about changing the colors or anything like that, because that's not even going to matter. If you want to make it all one solid color, you can, but it's not going to matter because you're about to make this into a frame. But to make sure that it's together like you need it, you want to make sure that you do go ahead and highlight it all and group it together. Group this together, okay? So now that it's grouped together, it's moving together, okay? Once that is done, what you're going to do is you're going to go over here to your share area, click share, go to your downloads, and then you're going to go ahead, as you see my settings is here, I'm going to leave it as a PNG, and I'm going to make it a transparent background. Can I do it on this other area that I'm about to show you? You can, but I'm already here, so I might as well just get it ready, for what I'm about to use it for. So I'm going to leave it as a transparent background. I'm going to go to my pages. I don't want to download all the pages. I really just want to download the current page I'm on. So I'm gonna click that, I'm gonna hit that download, and I'm gonna go ahead and let it save onto my download files. And then we're gonna move over to the other side where I want to show you guys exactly how you're gonna use this other app that you're gonna love, that's completely free too. Now once you downloaded it and you saved it in your download area, you're gonna come over to an app called Photopea. Now I've heard about Photopea. I've never really put a whole lot of time in it until recently, because I've been making quite a few things and I've been using Photopea for a lot of things that I've been making in Canva and bringing it over to Photopea. There's other ways you could do it, and I can show you some other ways to make some frames. It's actually there is going to be one other way I'm about to show you on how to make a frame that you can use separate parts of that frame, and it's really dope. I'm going to show you in just a minute. But on Photopea, you can use the free version. You do not have to buy into the account. If you do buy into it, it's $5 a month. You get all the features, as it says here in the free. You get all the features. You get no ads, and you get 3,000 AI credits per month. 2 times more steps in the history, etc., etc. So it saves your information. But honestly, for this particular step, you don't really need this, because as you see, you get the same stuff here. The only difference is your drive. The drive space you get is half of a gigabyte. Here you get 5 gigabytes, and you still get the ads or whatnot. But I'm telling you now, just stick with the free version for at least this part, unless you decide you want to do other things with it and you need the space. But for this is really simple and it's completely free. So once you get to Photopea, you're going to go to open from my computer, or you can even drag and drop, but the open from my computer seems to work way quicker. I'm going to go ahead and click on the image that I just created. I'm going to hit open so that I can upload on Photopea. And as you see, real quick and easy. If you do the drag and drop, it can take a few seconds longer, but it doesn't take that much longer. It's just doing it from the computer desktop. It's just way quicker. So as you see, it's uploaded on here, and it has this transparent background, and it's all together just the way I made it, which I love. Perfect, right? So now this is what you're going to do. We're going to end up working on this area starting off with this area over here, working on this, right? And what you're going to do on any other laptop or computer, you're going to hit your control button. If you have a Mac, I think it's your command button. So regular computers is control. The Mac computers, it's command, okay? So you're going to hit your control button. Then you're going to go ahead and click on this right here on the image, right? You'll see that it says select pixels, and you'll see here that there's these little lines going around all the parts of this image, right? It's circling the whole area. It's outlining this image, right? Once you see that lining, you know you're going in the right direction thus far. Then you're going to come over to this section that says paths. On this section that says paths, you're going to come down to this bottom area down here where you see all these different things going on. You're going to hit your control on your regular computer or on your Mac. You're going to hit your command. And this fourth one here, you're going to go ahead and click it. Once you click it, as you see, those little black lines, those outlines, is turned into one full blue outline. So that also still lets you know you're still working on the right path so far, right? Then you're going to go over to your layer section. When you get to your layered section, what you're going to do from here is you're going to go down to your vector mask, okay? When you go to vector mask, you're going to hit current path. Once you hit your current path, you're going to see over here that it shows you that the background shape path is now just one current path on this on this system here. So here's your original one that you made, and here's your one that has the path now that should make this a full vector, okay? Now, if you want to make sure for sure that it's definitely turned into the SVG or the vector path that you need, you can go to your layers, and if you see here where it looks like it's just grayed out, you see that? You see your original image, and then you see the gray out, then you know you did it right. And now you only have one last step that you have to do in this area here, and that's going to be saving this as a PDF. So we're going to go over to the file area up here. We're going to hit file, and we're going to export this as, okay? So you're going to go to, or I said saving, I'm sorry. You're going to export it. You're not going to save it. You're going to export this. So you're going to export it as a PDF, all right? And then this screen is going to pop up. And when this screen pops up here, you don't want to touch none of this stuff that's going on here. Leave everything as it is because you just don't want to make any mistakes whatsoever, right? So now, because everything is set as it needs to be. So now all you're going to do is just hit your save button from here. Once it's been saved, what you're going to do now is you should be able to see it in your downloads as a PDF, okay? So it'll be in your PDF, and now what you're going to do is go over to your Canva. And when you go over to your Canva, let me open up a new one here. You're going to take that same PDF file, and we are going to drop it into Canva. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Right? We're going to go ahead and add it onto our blank frame here because here it is. It's completely done. If you take and you right click on it, go down, you see where it says detach image? Hit detach image, and guess what? Bada bing, you see that? You see that? Bada bing, bada boom. Here, let me help you out even better. I'm going to put it right back in there. I'm going to make the background of this black so you guys can see it better. There we go. Again, right click, detach this image. Okay, well, you act like you don't want to leave. Detach this image. Let me just delete that. And boom. Now I have a frame that I can turn around and I can put anything in it that I want to put in it. Anything that I just feel like should just go into my love and my splat, I could put in there. Basically, you guys get my point. You basically now can throw anything inside of that because you just made yourself, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw her in there. You just made yourself, boom, a frame. It's a whole heart frame, and of course you might want to change your background color. You might be using it for something else, some type of picture, some type of setup. I don't know, but basically you just made yourself your own frame. You can do this with literally anything. Check this out. This is one part from one of my AI images, right, that I created. I don't need to do much of anything with her. I'm going to leave her just as she is because I removed her background already and the other things that were around her because I didn't want nothing else on her. I'm going to take, and I'm going to show you guys the step again. I'm going to take it, I'm going to save her, or I'm going to download her. PNG, transparent background. Make sure I go here and only click the page that I need. Oops, sorry. Which is the current page that I'm on. I'm going to let it go ahead and download. And then I'm going to take it right back over to Photopea and I'm going to follow the exact same steps. Check it out. Okay, so once it's downloaded on there, once it's downloaded, you can go back to your Photopea, come over to File, hit Open, select your image, click Open, and now it's going to give you another page. Here's your previous one. And yes, as you guys can see, I accidentally put her on this, an error. So just ignore that, right? But you'll have your previous one, and then here's your new image that you have. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hit my control and click on her. All right. I got my little black ants, black outlining around it. I'm going to come back to my paths. I'm going to go down to the fourth one. I'm going to click it, which is now going to give it its blue outline, right? Then I'm going to come over to the layers, come down to my vector mask, hit current path, and it shows me that it's made two paths for me. But I'm going to go back to my layers so I can make sure it shows that it's a gray path on here. And that lets me know I did just right. Now I'm going to come back to my file. I'm going to go to export it as, not save as. I'm going to export it as a PDF. It's loaded up here. I'm not going to touch anything whatsoever on here. I'm just going to hit save. Mine's, I already know it's going to go into my downloads. There she is as a PDF. There's her original from Canva. There she is as a PDF. You see there, just show my download there. And my computer is moving a little slow, so that's also too why it doesn't show me the download right away. But that's fine. I'm going to come over here to a whole new blank sheet. Open back up my downloads. And I can drop it in on there again. Or I can even just drag and drop it right here. And it's going to fill up. Click on it so it's in there. Boom, there it is. Beautiful image of this beautiful woman in here, right? But I might just want to use her body silhouette for a frame. So I'm going to take and I'm going to detach the image. I'll go ahead and delete that. Let me make the background a color so that you guys can see it. And now I have this awesome frame of her, which I can then turn around and I can add any type of image into it. And Lord knows, y'all know I don't want to go through all my images. I have so many. Oh, I'll do something like this. I can add that in there. Now, if you get an image into your frame and it's not fitting right, just double click into it. And you'll be able to, on this, you can move it around as much as you need to on here to get it to line up like you want it to. And if you hit smart crop right here, it'll allow you to have more ability to size it a certain way depending on how big it is, like to make it bigger, to make it a little bit smaller, but it's going to have to fit within that frame. But you can definitely add, you can adjust how the person or the image is sitting in that frame. Okay? I don't want to take it too much off, so I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to just hit done just because I want to see what it looks like. I mean, of course, I'll probably pick a different picture to do something better within it. I could do, I got so many different images. I could. Let me detach this image and let me try a different one. But I mean, I think you guys are getting the gist of what I'm saying, right? There we go. I can detach this image in there if I wanted to. Again, you're going to want to pick the image that best fits what you're trying to create. Double click it to get it to sit right, how you want it to sit on the image. Tell it you're done. Again, this is an image of a black woman's body or a woman's figurine body, so I can put anything inside of it, but I've made her into a frame. It's my whole point. And you can take any one of your images and you could do just that. But I'm not done. I want to show you something else that you could do when it comes to making a frame. So check this out. Okay, so this is a trick that I knew about a while ago, a long time ago, but I wasn't using it to turn it into a frame in Canva. But it made me think about, after using that Photopea, if this was plausible. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it right now with you guys. But this is a trick that I believe should work, and all you need to use is your Microsoft Word. So I'm gonna go to Elements. If it pulls up, I've been driving my computer a little crazy, so let's hope it stays acting right. And let's say the lady, I saw her, she used cherries. So let's just say we're gonna use cherries. Okay, so then I'm gonna hit my see all for my graphics, right? The one thing I will say is, sometimes I've seen people say, other people I've seen that have done this have said it's got to be the same color, but I didn't run into it needing to be the same color per se. So I don't think that it necessarily has to be the same color, but they do state that you want to make sure it's an image that you can go ahead and actually change up the colors. Because some of the images you can't change up color. Like, for instance, I'm sorry, I clicked 2. I'm moving quick, sorry. So I have this one here. There's no, you can change like the outline color, right? So I can change the outline color of what this looks like, you know, all day long. But I can't really change the actual the image, the image coloring to that. This one, I can change the different colors on here, but you don't have to worry about changing any of that, okay? But you do want to make sure when you do, oh, why'd it go away? You do want to make sure that when you do pick your graphic that you have, that it does give you an option for color changing. Like this one gives me an option for color changing. You want to make sure you can do that. If you can't, this may not work like it's supposed to. But then again, it may work just like it is supposed to. For instance, again, like this one here. Wow, that's pretty big. Let me take this down some. This one here, there is no option to change it. You can only edit the photo. There's no color changing at all. So this one may not work at all with this trick I'm about to show you guys. But this one surely will, because it does give you options to go ahead and change the different colors on this. So I'm going to do this real simple, and I'm going to go ahead and download it by going to my share. And I'm going to go ahead and do this as a download, but I'm going to do this as a PDF standard download file, okay? I'm going to make sure I'm only downloading this one page, the current page I'm on. I'm going to hit done and download that. And then I'll show you guys the next step. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to open up a Word document, okay? This is how easy this is. You're going to open up a Word document, and when you open up your Word document, you're going to go over to your file, all right? You're going to come to your open, and then you're going to go ahead and find this particular document, or what your file is that you just made on Canva. I'm going to have to go to my downloads here. There we go, Cherry Trick. I'm going to open that. Okay, so once it uploads, of course, you're going to probably want to hit your enabling editing. All right. Once it uploads on here, and you hit your editing like I showed you guys, you're going to click into your photo. And when you click into the photo, you're going to see this up here pop up. And it's going to be the shape format. So you're going to click your shape format. Then you're going to go over to shape fill and do the drop down. Then you're going to go and click on picture. It's going to give you an option to go get an online picture, a stock picture, or a picture that you have already on your computer. I'm going to definitely pick that. I'm going to pick a picture that's already on my computer. And I'm going to just go to downloads. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go to downloads. And I'm just going to pick something I can fill it with really quick. I know I made some graphs here somewhere. I made something. Oh, okay, I'm going to fill it with this. I'm going to put that. I'm going to insert that in there. Boom. This is now inserted in there. Y'all see how I did that? Okay, so once it's now in there, your picture's inserted in there. You see how I inserted that picture in there. Really dope. And this is a way you could just do it with any images too. Even if you didn't want to do any other step after this, you can literally just be inserting images into your stuff like this. But I'm going to show you why you're going to want to take something like this over to Canva, okay? So once it's in there, you're going to go ahead and hit your file. Go to your save as. I'm going to go to my browsing area because I want to make sure I save it in the right place. And I'm going to name this 2 because it's already got the name, but I don't want to save it as a Word. I'm going to make sure I save it as a PDF, okay? So make sure you do save it as a PDF and not a Word, all right? I'm going to hit save. And then I'm going to head back over to my Canva. Now in my Canva, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my downloads. I don't know why you want to connect to the printer, but I'm going to pull up my downloads, and there it is. There we go. I'm going to take it, of course, and I'm going to drop it. I can drop it anywhere, but I'm going to just drop it into my Canva, allowing it to upload itself. Click on it. I'm going to bring it back over here. Now listen, look, pay attention. You see how there's a square here and there's a square here? Hold on. Come on. I'm sorry, my computer's probably being ran down. A square here and a square here, but then it's highlighted there. That's because that just made 3 different frames. So what you'll have to do with these individual little squares, that means these are all different frames in here. There's a different frame in each single part of this. So you're going to click on the frame area. You're going to detach the image that's in it. You see that? Hold on. There we go. Detach this image. I'm going to delete it. Detach this image. You got to do each one. I tried to highlight it to remove all the, to remove it at one time, but it didn't work that way. So you do have to go through each one, and you do have to click them individually. That's going to take a little second, but not that long. It ain't that long. But boom. Now you have your frame. Let me go ahead and put a color to the back. There's your cherry, right? But again, you have 3 different frames. And I like that because what you could do is you can add different stuff in there. I'm trying to see. Let me find an image that I can throw in there really quick. Something cute like. I'm going to just pick some images for the sake of it all. That's the image in that part. That's the image in that part. That's the image in this part. And as you see, this cherry does have another little image piece there. You could throw something on there. Just to, and even if you didn't want to color that in, I can go here because that does have a little piece there. I could turn that red if I don't want to actually put an image in that. But you see what I did? I was able to take 2 different images and put them into this. I think that is so dope. Again, I done this off of Word. I took an image from Canva and I put it into Word. So you can pick different things. For instance, I did another one where I did, let me pick another blank canvas. I'm going to turn this white. Go back to my elements. And I'm going to use hearts again, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and take, I'm going to take this heart. And I'm going to take that heart. Put it like that. And I'm going to take, let me see here. See if there's another cute little heart that I want to use. And again, the color doesn't per se matter. But because if you're trying to, make sure I make this right. Because of the way that you're about to utilize it, you want to make sure you can change all the images or add different images into them, right? So I'm going to highlight this all because I want to group it together. And I'm going to move it. But you see there's a different color image in each one of them, right? So I'm going to take this same image and I'm going to go ahead and go to my downloads again. I'm going to still leave it PDF. I'm going to make sure I'm on the current page to download. And I'm going to download this. And then once it downloads, I'm going to save it. And I'm going to save it as hearts for frame in Word. And I'm going to say save. right? Then I'm going to go back over to my Word. And I have that one on there, but I'm going to take this one out. And then I'm going to come back to my file. And I'm going to open my PDF file. And then of course you're going to hit your enable in editing. So just let me know that it's going to transform that PDF, right? And then I'm going to click on my image. Once I click on my image, I'm going to go to shape format. I'm going to go to shape fill. Again, I'm going to hit picture. I'm going to pick an image, background image picture that I already have. Probably going to end up using the same one. If I can find it again. Somewhere around here. I'll put them in here. I'm going to pick this one. Going to insert it. Boom. They're in there, right? There goes my PDFs. My PDFs. There goes my images into this heart. Now, once that's done, we're going to do the same step by going to our file. We're going to hit our save as. Pick the area that you want it to go into. It's going to go into my downloads. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I word it as number 1. Make sure you change this from Word document to PDF. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And once again, remember, if you already have images that you want to go ahead and, sorry, it opens up right here. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Keeps thinking I want to print it. But if you already have an image that you just want to go ahead and insert in it, you can make a frame by inserting it just by doing it right here on this, right? You can do it just like this and be done. Take it over to whatever other project you want to put it on, or take it into your Canva and utilize it just like this. But this is one way that you can make a frame using your Word, by taking the graphics out of Canva and using those elements and those graphics and just automatically making it into a frame on Word. But from here, I'm going to go back to my Canva, because what I want to do is make sure that it's going to do the same thing as the cherry. Remember the cherry, oops, not that one. The cherry had different areas for me to frame up, right? So I want to do the same thing since I made this into one piece, but I want to see if it's going to give me different areas. So with another blank screen, I'm going to pull up my downloads. I'm going to find that PDF, drop it into my Canva. I'm going to take and bring it over here. And you see, I have different frames. So I'm going to click onto each one. I'm going to detach that image. I'm going to detach this image. And I'm going to detach my back image as well. I'm going to put a color into it because I like it when we can see exactly what it's doing. Oh, see, and it's not all together. It just made a bunch of different frames, but you can make them all together. You literally can. So let me do this. Let me go ahead and do this like this. Let me group it really quick because I do want to make it bigger. But as you see, it did detach them. It made different frames out of. It can detach as different frames on here. But it made it into basically a frame for me, right? So now I can go to my uploads, and because those are different frames, I can put different images into each one of those frames. So let's just say let's just use these awesome images I have. I'll throw one here. I'll take and throw one here. No, I'm going to put her right there. Yeah, I'm going to put her right there. And then I'm going to take and put another one. I'm going to take this beauty and put her there. Again, you can click into it if you need to resize it, move it around so that it fits into there like you want. If it's not moving enough, you can always hit your smart crop and see how much more room it'll give you, which will allow you to move sometimes a little bit more down. Sometimes it won't. This one isn't. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. So I can go ahead and move her how I want to move her. I'm going to do, say, done on this one. I'm going to click into this back one here, because I definitely want to move her down some more into the picture. Oh, let me hit smart crop. See if I can get a little more space out of her. Make her a little bit bigger. That's going to be on there, and I'm going to say done, and boom. Now I have all of these images into these hearts that I created again on Word. Once again, when you have your Word on here, you can use this alone by itself, but mind you, it's only going to do one image. So it's only going to fill one image on here. So whatever one image you pick is going to fill up that whole entire image that you created in Canva as one picture. But if you don't want it to just be one picture, you take it over to Canva. Once you upload it, you'll have your different hearts to it. You can pull them all together. Can you do this separate without necessarily going to that? You can, but you want to turn each one of these into a frame piece, and therefore you'll have one big collage type picture with different frames in it. And again, you came to elements and used different things. I could have used hearts. I could have threw a rose in it. I could have did a bunch of different elements in here. Took it over to Word, followed those steps, brought it back over here, and then added different images into each part of those frames. So those are two ways you could do it. So this is just another easy and fun, unique way to go ahead and make yourself some different graphics that can really stand out, and even for your products. That way you're not just taking your images that you're making on AI and just putting them on stuff. You can get really creative with it. So now that this is completely done, I can go back here, and I'm going to change the background back to white. I'm going to then take it and download it as a PNG. I'm going to leave it as a transparent background. I'm going to go ahead and download this current page that I'm on, and now I can utilize this on anything that I want to utilize it on, if that's the images I want. So that's how creative you can get, because as I always say, Canva is everything. So I hope this works for you guys. Try it out, play with it, make some different images, turn them into frames, go into Canva, use their elements over here, make frames out of their elements that they have in there. Just get really, really creative. This is for your journal books. This is for your products. This is for your clothing. This is for any type of documents you're making. You can now get even more creative with the art that you have made and the different elements that you have in Canva. So go ahead and get in there, play with it, and then show Coach what you're working with. I would love to see what you guys create. All right, you guys, that's all for right now, because my computer is acting up. Y'all don't know how many times this has frozen, and I have had to keep re-recording this. So let you get to going ahead and playing with this yourself. Show me what your art comes out to. I love it to death. I will holler at y'all later. And remember, make that AI. Don't let that AI make you. Deuces.